Dr. Jazz. Dr. Jazz.
The new one? No.
No, this is from the my second single, Blue Mansion.
Oh, Blue Mansion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, since you mentioned Blue Mansion, I kind of want to start with this one. It's I listened to the stuff on YouTube, and it sounds, again, amazing. Another new incredible project, and you have an amazing band with Simon Phillips and Carlitos de Puerto and Gary Husband.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, how did this project happen, and if you can tell me a little bit about it.
I think so. I started last year when the pandemic started, and Corona started. I think on April or March, I forgot exactly. And then I tried to make composition and try to find Simon Phillips and Carlitos. Basically, when I decide to make an album, first thing on my mind is drummer and bass as a foundation. And before on my album, like Peter Erskine, Vinnie Colaiuta, and Marco and Jack Jonet. I think this time I tried to different things with Simon Phillips.
Did you met these guys before already?
No, only remote recording.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
How did you decide for these guys? I mean, it's one of the best musicians out there, but you knew them from records, or, of course?
Because before on my because on my album is Peter Erskine, Jack the Jonet, and Gary Husband also, and Vinnie. I think so. I just try on last year. I just try to make a different things with different rhythm section. That's why I try Simon Phillips and Carlitos.
Carlitos.
They played 3 tunes. Carlitos and Simon played 3 tunes. The first single and the second single, Blue Mansion, and also the Naurora.
This was a remote recording, right?
Remote recording.
How was it for you? I've done in this Corona time many also remote recordings, right? And I always, when I get WAV files from other incredible musicians, I'm like, wow, how was it for you? Like, I don't know, when you got the drums from Simon. I mean, it was probably like, wow.
Unfortunately, we didn't do the live recording for the Corona. But the remote recording is very helpful for this time. And when I got the file from Simon and also Carlitos, also the third single with the Weckl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, just released 2 weeks ago.
Okay. I didn't see that.
The Weckl and Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, wow.
Also the young guitar player. Mateus Asato.
Yeah, sure. He's on it.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Bravo.
Yeah. He play only on intro and solo part.
Wow, beautiful. That's
I will send the link for you.
Yeah, please. And but is this? I saw you also did the track with Joey Alexander.
No, Joey. Different tunes.
But it's also for the new project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who are the other guests? Like, okay, Jimmy Johnson, Dave Weckl, Joey Alexander.
No, Dave Weckl and Jimmy Johnson and Mateus Asato.
Okay.
And on different tunes, Dave Weckl, Ben Williams, bass,
super.
and Paul McCandless.
Oh yeah, I wanted.
Yeah.
How did you meet Paul? I mean, I played with Paul quite a lot. We're good friends and musicians. You know, we did an album together, and we toured Europe a lot. And how did you get together with Paul? I mean, like.
Yeah, I think 3 years ago in Bromo Mountain Jazz Festival in East Java. We met in the same festival, and I talked to Paul because I'm big fans of Oregon.
Oregon,
yeah. Oregon Ralph Towner, and Paul is an amazing musician.
Yeah.
I like his sound and his style.
Yeah, I love Paul. He's such an amazing person. Also, you know, we toured 3 years in Europe and. With my band, and he was amazing. Like such a nice guy. One of the nicest musicians I've met in my life, really.
Yeah.
So cool.
Paul with Oregon or Paul solo with your band? Yeah.
With my band, yeah. It was
yeah.
Paul, me, and an Italian drummer, Roberto Dani. So it was so much fun to play. You know, like my compositions, and Paul just like, yeah. He's such a master, really.
But your band also with the saxophone player. I saw on YouTube. Different band.
Yeah. Oh shit! I've done like 28 albums or 30 or something. So lots of projects. So yeah, many different musicians, also from New York and Europe, and you know, I like it. Nice. Like you know, I love playing with so many different musicians. It brings different energy and everything. But Dewa, I wanted to go a little bit back also in this talk. I wanted to ask you. Just for your beginning, I mean, now when I listen to you, your playing is amazing, smooth, and it sounds so good, like water when you float and solo on your tunes. But I wanted to ask you, how did you develop your jazz language? When did you start? Who were your first influences also in your story getting involved into jazz or improvisation? I mean, fusion.
Yeah, I grew up in. Actually, I'm from Bali, my hometown.
Really?
Yeah. But I grew up in East Java, in the city of Surabaya, when I in junior school and also in high school. Yeah, the first time I saw. Do you know Ronald Shannon Jackson?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah. That was in 1982, I think. Wow. In Surabaya. Yeah. I saw Ronald Shannon with Decoding Society with Vernon Reid on guitar. Yeah. It blew my mind. Also, it changed my perspective of jazz because it's like they play free jazz and very free with no chord. Yeah, that's the first time I saw Vernon Reid. With free jazz style like that, and then after that I try to make a composition like that. The same thing.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. There also in the same time I'm listening to Mahavishnu Orchestra and Shakti. The natural element and many guitar players. Also the music from ECM record like Oregon, Bill Frisell. Yeah, many things.
But did you go to jazz school, like or did you have a teacher for jazz?
No.
No. Oh wow.
No. I just self-taught.
Wow. But how did you learn about harmony and rhythm and all this stuff? Just by listening and writing down and.
Just listening and I just listening and play. Try to from classical book guitar, guitar like from Yamaha music.
Yeah. But did you also like? I mean. you know, now if I listen to your composition and playing, it's kind of like this jazz fusion with all different elements. But did you ever go like also into straight ahead jazz? I mean, did you listen like to Wes Montgomery and all these guys and Jim Hall, or not really? Were you more fusion always?
The first time when I talked to you about in Surabaya, when I was in junior school, junior high school. Yeah, my music is like a progressive rock and fusion, jazz fusion. But when after graduate from high school, I moved to Jakarta, and when I moved to Jakarta, because everything in Jakarta play in like a jazz club, I tried to learn about Jim Hall, like Wes Montgomery, just change.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. But who were the rock influences? Like, who did you listen to for rock bands? Like what, Rush, or I don't know. Who?
Yeah.
Genesis, or.
Yeah. Like Yes, Steve Howe.
Yeah.
And Kansas, Gentle Giant, and also Rainbow, Richie Blackmore.
Oh yeah, sure, me too. Yeah. Sure. I love these guys. Yeah. What about like the blues stuff, like earlier stuff, like Jimi Hendrix and Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin and stuff?
No, I'm not listening like Jimi Hendrix or.
Oh really? Oh well.
Jimmy Page. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. But before jazz was, I know you're like really, you toured so much in Indonesia and that part of Asia with Gigi, right?
Yeah.
This band was founded before already? Like when did this happen? Like, because you were quite big, or still are active, right? In Indonesia.
Oh, Gigi start found in 1994.
94. It was later.
Yeah, okay. Later.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But it's I listened to some tracks of it, and you can hear also influences like of different kinds of music. It's quite like, how would you describe it? Progressive pop rock or something? I don't know. Like.
Yeah. Because in Gigi we have four different player, four different style music. Yeah, that's the combination from the bass player, like funky, rock funky. The drummer is more rock and also the singer is different. Everything different.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's good to have that. Yeah, but regarding, I mean, if we return to your solo projects, I wanted to ask you about the compositional process, because your compositions, when I listen, it's quite complex. Like rhythmically, it's really You know. I first wanted to ask you about the rhythmical approach. You know, Mahandini. I don't know. It's 21, 10, or you know, you have compositions in 11 or 13. How do you come up with these ideas usually? Like, what's your compositional process, if you can describe it a little?
The process about the composition, sometimes I do it when humming and just record on my cell phone. And sometimes I think for now is the computer is helped a lot. I did many things with the Sibelius. Sibelius, and just sometimes with guitar. Playing guitar. I think the same way like you did. Things.
Yeah. But it's you know, like when you come up, I don't know, let's say Mahandini, which is, I think it's like a 10 plus 11, right? Do you know you're gonna write now, I don't know, in 21, and then you start there, or you just like it came naturally, like for instance that song?
No, I start with the riff first time, and then I try to write on Sibelius. After that, arranged with the odd meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love odd meters because maybe the very challenging for me.
Yeah, I mean, for everyone, yeah.
Yeah, but challenging for drummer.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
But you have world's best drummers on your record, so that's for them. That's not a problem. But
yeah.
how do you play over? I mean, let's say, okay, you know, I did this interview with Marco Minnemann as well. And,
yeah.
And we were supposed to do a project also together, and I hope we will still. But you know, he's one of the best odd meter players, drummers. So how do you feel comfortable when, you know, you give someone like Marco playing 11, 13, and he's playing everywhere, accents, you know? How are you comfortable then? Do you practice a lot at home over these tunes to make it easy for you, or?
Yeah, I think so. The melody is very helpful. The melody, the line, yeah. Because I start with the melody, and then later I did the rhythm.
Yeah.
I think the melody is more helpful for make memorize for the rhythm also.
Definitely, yeah. It's. But these guys, you know, you mentioned Marco and Peter Erskine and all these amazing drummers. I mean, we will talk about them a little bit, about these records. And was all these records like, you know, when you give them the composition, is everything like first take or second take? Do they read everything at once, like, and play it? Or do you guys rehearse a lot? I mean, not now for the last one, but yeah.
No, when we did the album, I think every album is no rehearsal.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Amazing. Like you know, the Surya Namaskar album. Vinnie Colaiuta and Jimmy Johnson. We met in studio, and also I sent the chart to Vinnie. Yeah, just take one.
Wow. That's
sometimes with backing track like click and
so that you can do stuff.
Guide piano.
Yeah, but still, wow, that's incredible.
Vinnie is crazy.
That's my dream, like to play with him one day.
But Marco is different. Marco is, I send the demo and I send the chart to Marco, like 7 tunes, and then he came to the studio with no chart, all in his head. Yeah, all.
Damn. Really?
He play with no chart. Yeah.
That's for Mahandini, right?
Everybody is different.
Yeah. But how do you select the musicians usually? You know, like on Mahandini, you have Mohini Day also, and Jordan Rudess. How do you decide who to call for each project? Like, what's your process there? I mean.
Yeah. Basically, I start with the drummer.
Always.
Usually, start with drummer, but on Mahandini is different. I think so. I talked the first time with Jordan. Rudess.
Really?
Yeah, when Dream Theater play in Yogyakarta in central of Java, and I sent email to Jordan, and we met in his room. And we talk about the project. We talk about drummer, and he mentioned about the name Marco Minnemann. And then after I got Marco, I tried to do the bass player, the young bass player. Yeah, and then Mohini came on my mind. Yeah. That's
incredible, right? She's really
That's a good combination. Mohini, Mohini, Marco, and Jordan. I think for the first time they in one room.
Yeah.
In live in one room. In studio.
Yeah. You joined them together. I know Jordan and Marco played together, and Mohini and Marco played together, but they never played together. So you kind of made the circle.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. But on Mahandini, you have also amazing guests, right? I mean, you have Mike Stern and and John Frusciante. And I wanted to ask you, John Frusciante doesn't do many appearances like that, so it's quite rare to hear him as a sideman on a record. And I wanted to ask you, how did your story with John begin, actually?
Yeah, I met John in 2013. Yeah, 2013. Do you know Barry Cleveland? Barry Cleveland from Guitar Player Magazine.
Yeah.
Barry Cleveland from Guitar Player Magazine. Yeah, once interviewed me for Guitar Player article, and then Barry sent my my album to John. That's the Surya Namaskar album, and he listened to my album, and in 2015 when I was in my recording trip, the new recording trip in LA with Leonardo Munjun Record, and he called Barry telling him that I would love to meet John, and this connected, and we finally meet up on that trip, and then I go. I think the same time. Yeah. The same time I went to his house also.
Oh wow! How was that like for you? This experience?
Yeah, it's a great experience. A very good experience. He talked about his project with synthesizer, with different kind music, like not like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I know.
But he always said about he liked Surya Namaskar a lot, and he listening many times. And then every year when I did a new album, just send email to John, and we met again. And then we did the Mahandini on 2017.
Yeah. And how was it, like, the process with John for this record? Like, did you do it live or did he record it home?
No. He did just send a file, the WAV file, his voice, and before he sent me the guide music with the guitar and his voice. Wow. And then I production, and I did the production and arrange, sent to him again, and he sent his voice file.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's amazing to hear that, really, because everyone knows him from Red Hot Chili Peppers and from his solo projects, but he's not doing a lot aside from that. So it's so cool that you guys did that. It's beautiful. Such a nice record. But I wanted to ask you also about one specific. You mentioned in the beginning of our talk Ben Williams. And, Ben played with Pat Metheny and everyone. And you have on Hasta Karma also Antonio Sanchez and Joe Locke. And you usually, most of the musicians I see on your records are usually from the West Coast, from LA and that area. But this is kind of more New York vibe. How did that record, Hasta Karma, happen? Was it in New York, actually, or?
Yeah, after Surya Namaskar, that's the idea from Leonardo, because he's in New York. And he's in New York, and he's arranged also all the musicians.
Oh, okay.
Invite Antonio and Ben Williams, also Joe Locke.
Yeah, the vibes.
Different vibe and mood is different.
Completely.
But I love Antonio and Ben Williams. Rhythms.
They're monsters. Really. I mean, Antonio on your record on this one is just like, it's really rare to see him with such playing. It's like, it's quite fun to hear him like that. So But Deva, I wanted to ask you just also about your connections. I've read somewhere that Peter Erskine was on your first records, right? And he was, I've read some really important for establishing all the contexts for you in ways. How did you actually start recording with all these amazing musicians? And where does Peter come here in connection?
Yeah, that was in 2002 when when I came to Santa Cruz for holiday in Santa Cruz, like 3 months in Santa Cruz, and then because I have my own composition and my own demo, I start send email to many musicians in the US. Like Peter Erskine and other musician, but only Peter Erskine reply my email, and then he asked about the demo, to send the demo to LA, and I came to LA. I sent the CD to his house, and then the process. The process is very simple and natural. He helped me a lot for find studio, because I'm for the time it's very limited budget for find good studio, and then Peter helped to recording on his home studio.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he also invite Dave Carpenter, the late Dave Carpenter, to play bass on Samsara, my third album, Samsara.
Yeah. But what about all these other musicians like Bob Minzer, and he also got you the connections, or?
Oh, that's the Joget Kayangan, that was in 2012, I think.
Yeah, that's later.
That also Peter Erskine arranged all the musicians. I just talked to Peter. I want to recording a live recording with 7 composition or 6 composition. And then I need a bass player, electric, and piano and organ and saxophone. And then he invited Bob Minzer, Jimmy Johnson. That was the first time he introduced to Jimmy Johnson, and then after that I did Surya Namaskar with Vinnie.
And Vinnie. Okay, that's how it went. Cool. Yeah, but it's you mentioned also Leonardo from Moonjun Records. I think he's really important for your type of music. He's really supportive for that. But I wanted to ask you about Indonesia. Like, what is the scene in Indonesia regarding the music you play, which is this instrumental fusion, progressive rock? Are there opportunities for you to play your music in Indonesia or live? I mean,
in Indonesia we have like 60 or 70 festival in a year. Many just festival. Yeah.
Wow.
Indonesia is big country. And many place for like I said before, the Mountain Jazz Festival, and like Surabaya, Yogyakarta, Jakarta. We have the big Java Jazz Festival.
I know that one.
Yeah, in Jakarta.
Wow.
Yeah. So also the musician is very many great musicians here in Jakarta. In really? Jakarta, in Indonesia, all over Indonesia. Many great guitar player, bass player, young drummer.
Many. But when you make a record, let's say I don't know, the new record with Simon or Carlitos, do you then present this music in Indonesia with local musicians, bass players and drummers live, or do you invite sometimes guests from the States or?
No, I always play with local player.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's too expensive.
Too expensive, yeah, of course. Yeah. Logistically.
From US, yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned many great musicians in Indonesia. I wanted to ask you. I know, I only know one, Tohpati, and you guys also played together a little, right? You did one project, I think.
Yeah.
Janapati, or I think that was
Janapati.
Janapati.
The new one is a duo project, Janapati. We recorded in Praha. Yeah, 5 years ago with orchestra.
How was that? How was that like for you?
Yeah.
Fun.
Great. Yeah. Fun, very fun, and nice recording, nice studio in Praha. Yeah. We did live acoustic and orchestra.
Yeah.
Dr. Jazz. Dr. Jazz.